What's up, guys? Good evening. It's Saturday. I've been having a chilled out day, like really chilled out. Just resting and trying not to engage my brain too much. Well, that's not 100% true. I've been looking through my old phones and laptops and pictures that I've saved for eons on an old drive. So I did a search, star.star.mp4, and came up with loads of short clips that I can use to make clips for YouTube, and they're all mine. So nobody has any, can't say they have copyright over them. So I've been doing that. I stayed up late last night, woke up this morning like I've been out on the town, and then I did it again this morning, and my brain's like, So now I'm very quiet because I've been spending hours doing that. But I wouldn't spend hours doing it if I didn't enjoy it. It's for the way my brain works. It's really good fun. You know, I like creating content. I don't know. Content. Somebody's in my hair now. Creating content, what does that mean? For YouTube or photography? I think I like creating stuff photography. The ultimate picture or the ultimate short video clip. I love it. So, I get to share it with you guys. So what am I here for today? A couple days ago, people asked me, a few asked in the comments, about HRT, hormone replacement therapy. But before I talk, I want to say something. I'm not talking about anything that's drug related at all. It's all to do with herbs, okay? One person commented and said that they actually use hormone replacement therapy, and it cost him, when he's in Thailand, 1,500 baht for 10 injections of 1 milligram per week. So I guess that's a 10 milligram vial. 1 milligram per week, he injects himself, and that jacks his hormones up to I don't know what level, but he said he feels a lot better. So you can't deny anybody that, right? That's awesome. But that's not what I'm talking about. You know, everybody's free to do what they want to do, and I'm a little bit weird. I don't really like anything to do with chemicals. I know hormone replacement therapy is probably a synthetic hormone chemically similar to a male human, what they need, right? I don't want to get involved in all that because I don't trust. And the other thing I didn't like about it is, when I was doing my research about it, is once you start taking it, it pushes your natural function down. But if your natural function is already low, like if you had cystic cell cancer, testicles, and they were both removed, then it's going to be difficult to make anything, right? So it don't make any difference. But in my case, they have not, and I have them. And if there's any glimmer of light, I'd rather do it naturally as possible, and that's with herbs, okay? So there's something on my mind and it's irritating, so I'm going to say this first, all right? Disclaimer: I'm not a certified official medical practitioner, okay? If you think that's necessary to understand herbs and health, this whole thing irritates the crap out of me, because it suggests that I'm not intelligent enough to read. And what does a doctor do? I'm certified medical. When we say medical, we mean pharmaceutical medical, unless you're breaking a bone or something. But it irritates me that I'm not capable of reading. So in some people's eyes, right? So I can pick up a book, or I can go online the same as anybody else, and read something. The only thing you need to do is make sure that the information is legit. And how do you do that? You can cross-reference it, and if you see the same things from many different places, and you can more or less take it that it's legit, right? So with all that bullshit out the way, let's get to the point. The point is, like I said about HRT, the actual hormone, however it's produced, wherever it comes from, and the reasons why I preferred not to use it. Would I use it in the future? Absolutely. When all other avenues have been explored and everything else has failed. But right now, what I'm about to show you and explain has not let me down. So here we go. So I did a little bit of research for you guys, right? And that is, I looked at GNC's website. I'm not saying anything bad about GNC, but they have these quotes about saying, you know, they always have this picture of a male with his, what word can I use? Genitalia, you know, there's a cartoon character of it standing hard saying, because you took this, you can also have this, right? Morning wood, as some people call it. So I'm trying to keep this professional, although it is funny. So ultimately that is an indicator that what you're doing is working. So when you're 21 or like 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, no problem, right? But when you're in your, let me tell you this, before I came here in 2012, I worked for a corporate company, Roque Manor Research, doing electronic stuff, right? And then I left there. Basically, I left 3 months early because they were just trying to give me a, how do you say, not treating fairly. And I wasn't working because I wanted the money. Actually, I worked for the investment because, keep to the point. Anyway, I left them, and I had nothing to do for 3 months, and I went to this vitamin shop, I think in a mall. I can't even remember what it was now. It wasn't GNC, it was some other company. So I go in there, and I can't remember who I was with. The person I was with was talking to the person who worked in the shop about nutrients, about something they wanted. And I was in the corner by the bodybuilding stuff talking to this bodybuilder about nutrition. And the woman kept looking over at me and looking over at me and looking over at me. And then after the guy left, and the person I was with, can't remember who it was, got their information, she said to me, "You know a lot about nutrition. Would you like to work here?" I'm like, I didn't tell her I was only going to be around for 3 months, but I said, "What doing?" She says, "Exactly what you did in the corner, helping people." I said, "Okay, cool. How much?" She said, and I agreed. You know, it's part-time. It was a couple days a week, couple nights a week, up till 9, and I need 45. I figured it'll give me something to do, a little bit of pocket money. Just because of general knowledge, right? Didn't ask me if I was a doctor or anything like that. But I learned something by working there, especially in the evenings when I was in there, right? Guys would come in and say about they had a problem with ED, and I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, dude, are you serious? I didn't express myself like that, but I kept saying to myself, these guys are like in their 40s, and they have a problem. But then when I started looking into it, I thought, if you're taking chemical medicine, they have a side effect. And stress and many other different reasons. But I was just surprised how many people came in. Obviously that's not a cross-section of society, probably a lot more. And when I started researching, I was surprised how many men have a problem. I just couldn't believe it. Anyway, in my own research, this is Kevin's philosophy, right? If we're living here in an earth suit, you're looking at my earth suit in this camera, right? But inside the earth suit, there's a person living in there. Who is that? Some people say spirit, some people say soul, whatever. But there's a person living in the earth suit. So when you say there is Kevin, what you're saying is there is his body. I live inside it. You might not be able to get your head around that, but I'm a person first, and I live in an earth suit. I'm not the same. So what's the point? The point is that earth suit needs nutrients. So whatever your spiritual beliefs or thoughts about where we came from the earth, so the earth provides nutrients to keep the earth suit alive. Right? The herbs have been here for millions of years. Chemicals, we'll leave it like that, safe, right? is only like 100 years old. But guess what? Herbs still work. So I'll get to the point now. All of this is up to your interpretation. All of it is do your own research. I'm going to be rude here. If you're not smart enough to do your own research, then don't listen to this at all, okay? I'm not trying to get you to click off. But I don't want to talk to people who don't think. This is not something to mess with. This is your health, okay? So I found this stuff here. It's called, don't worry, I'll put the some clips at the end, okay? Some pictures at the end so that you can write things down if you want, okay? Write it all down, and then you can research, and you can search for this product or similar products, okay? So it's called ultimate testosterone, right? Well, if you look at the label, it has nothing to do with testosterone. The ingredients are at the back here, right? Don't worry, I'll give you a better picture. And the company is called Green Shore LLC, which is down there. Again, I'll give you a better picture at the end. You can research it. So I looked quickly for Green Shore LLC, and it comes up with a registered company in the UK. But when I order my products, I get it from Shopee here in Thailand. So 60 capsules is 174 baht. So you can figure that out. That's about $3 something, about 5 pounds or so. I don't want to get in the math. My head's sleeping. Pretty cheap, but then so you can get the company makes many different things, and some of these products that are in it individually they also make. So you can go to Shopee and then search the company I just said, Green Shore LLC. You can let me put my glasses on so I don't want to tell you some wrong information. Hang on. Is it Green Shore? Yeah, Green Shore LLC. I've seen there's a registered company in the UK, but this product comes from China. So when you go on Shopee, the product actually comes from China. And what's in it? If you look at GNC, they have all these M4, scientific stuff, not herbs, and they cost ridiculous amounts of money. I think one of them was $80 and another one was $100. I'm like, are you serious? This costs like $5, right? Because it's herbs. But the $5 for 60 tablets, and you take 2 a day, so that's a month's supply, right? Or the next bottle up, you get double that, 120, this is 120. And then, so they give you a discount when you buy 120. And then if you buy 3 bottles, it comes in a pack. It's like 500 baht for, so what is that? It's about $15 for 3 bottles of 120 capsules, okay? And that's how I get it. And what I do is I order a pack of 3, because I'll tell you how many I take. I think if you remember, you'll know. I order a pack of 3, and before they're even half gone, I order my next pack. And the same, I just keep doing it. Actually, I got 6 bottles left right now, and today, researching, I ordered another 3 bottles. The expiry date is like 2 years from now, but I don't want to run out because I don't want to have to take anything else. So it says on the bottle to take 2 per day. So I'm guessing they're talking about the average Asian man, right? Who weighs 90-pound wet. Well, I'm nowhere near 90 pounds. So if you add 90 pounds 3 times, that's 270. Well, that's not too far from how much I weigh. So I triple it, right? I take, actually, yeah. So I take 3 in the morning and 3 at night. And so I started off with 2 in the morning. I didn't feel anything. Then I went to 2 in the morning, 2 at night, still didn't feel anything. I went to 3 in the morning and 3 at night. And then, but you have to do this for like a month at a time. You can't just take it today and expect it to feel an effect tomorrow, because hormones don't work like that. So what you're doing is you're giving your body nutrients so that as we get older, we don't absorb nutrients as well. For, you know, coffee and tea, and I'm not really a drinker, so, but alcohol can affect this, and all these different things. Sleep can affect it. So, you know, I stayed up to 2 o'clock last night playing with video clips, so that's not healthy. But I normally try to be in bed by 12, sleeping by 12, and awake at 8. So I get 8 hours. That seems like where my body clock likes, about that timing. So I took 2 in the morning after 3 or 4 weeks, nothing. 2 in the afternoon, 2 more in the afternoon, in the evening, sorry. So I built up over a period of a couple months to 3 in the morning, 3 at night. So I'm saying to you, take your time, because the hormones don't work like fast. So that this video is not turns into a 3-day lecture. I just want to end it there, and you'll be able to look at the labels. And on the label is about 10 different herbs. Okay, there's one of them. If I wasn't thinking about it, I could pronounce it right. But now, ashwagandha, something like that. Long name, it's a root from Africa. There's a tribulus, Mecca, many. But you could, the thing about, look at the label and research each one, okay? So, one other little note here. Years ago, I talked to a woman, and she said she had a problem. So I, you know me, straight into the books, well, online reading. And it turns out that women and men need the same nutrients to produce the same, to stimulate the hormone, the glands that produce the hormone. So the stuff that's on the bottle, it says ultimate testosterone, but it really is just you can ignore that. There's nothing testosterone about it. It makes testosterone or stimulates the glands to produce the testosterone, but it also works for women. So if you look at each individual herb and research it for women, they can use it too, because it's food. It's a herb, it's a food, it's natural. And one other thing I wanted to talk about quickly is how to encourage that to work harder. And one way is B3, niacin. So the B complex is a group of B vitamins. They say some of the B vitamins aren't actually B, but there's nowhere for them to go, so they leave them in there. But B3 is a niacin. If you've never taken it before, back in the days when I was bodybuilding, I went into a GNC shop, I think, or we'll just say, leave this neutral, a nutrient shop, right? And I asked about niacin, B3. And they said, oh, man, everybody takes around 250. Kevin, don't. I took 250. And what happens? It you could call, technically you could say vasodilator or vasodilator. It causes your veins and arteries to dilate, to get bigger. So what happened was it causes like a flushing. So like on your neck, around your cheeks, you get bright red. And what it's doing is it's opening everything up to encourage circulation. So if you have a heart problem, it might be a little bit careful. But 250 for me was way too much, and I went bright red. And you actually, your skin can get a little itchy. Just drink water and wait. But it made my workout great. I had recovered fast because the oxygen can get in and push the lactic acid out. But it's funny. So guess what? I had to break the tablets in half, and it worked. But it's still a little bit too much. So I started buying 50 or 100 milligrams of niacin. So if you find yourself, here's the other thing, it comes in flush or non-flush. So non-flush means they take out the part that makes your skin tingly, okay, if you take too much. But that's not what we want. We want the idea is to get the herbs into your body. So you can ask, I talked about this just for fun with ChatGPT, and they said the same thing. Yeah, you can take all the different herbs with B3, so like a vasodilator opens up the vessels, so the herbs and nutrients can get to where they want to go. So I ordered some, but first I ordered non-flush, and then the light went on later. I'm like, dude, you want to open up the artery. So if anybody knows about that, maybe the non-flush still does the same thing, but doesn't. I don't know how that would work, but anyway, non-flush is what flush is what I would suggest if you're going to go that far. And just one little extra bit is I've just been reading about for hair loss. There's a hormone called is it HRT? No, HGT, something like that. Anyway, there's a hormone that your body produces when you get older, and it causes you to lose your hair, for your hair to fall out. So there's a herb, and I'll put that at the end. You can look at it. I got that from Shopee. I'll just put a picture on it, and it's got some stuff in it that's supposed to help. So try not to get stressed and try not to rush. I think I rushed and got stressed. My camera kept cutting off, noises, so you keep starting and stopping. So I hope you get the information. I hope everything's come across. I think I got it all. I'll probably think of something later and think, oops, I forgot that. But the main thing is we need herbs, we need nutrients. 10 different herbs hopefully produces enough information that gives your different hormone glands to produce something for you. Okay, it's not the herbs that do it. It's asking your body to work again by giving it the right information. So I'll leave the pictures at the end and go from there. Do your research, and I hope it works. Okay, stressed out now. I got the information across. Breathe, Kevin, breathe. I come out with plenty of time. It was nice and cool. I just had to talk, but some noise happened. I turned my camera off to start again, and I'm talking, and it's going really well. Maybe I got into a flow, and I was getting a little bit aggressive. I could feel it, a bit loud and forceful and stuff. And I look closely. I'm like, I didn't press record. Dude, so maybe it's better you hear this one and not that one, because I did sound a bit. Inside I feel myself being at peace, but sometimes, well, guess what? That's an indicator of your hormones working, because when the hormone comes up, you get more aggressive and you know what I mean. So it's all about health, right? How long can we live healthily? Okay, guys, I'm gonna sign off. Sugar's here, looking for her dinner. Look at this. You coming for your dinner? She's definitely looking elder. I don't like putting her on camera when I feel she's not well, but she's okay, but elder for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off, guys. Thanks for, if you got this far, to say I got to the end, then I'll know, just for fun, okay? I got to the end. I bid you all goodness, buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. Please research it. If you try it for yourself, I hope it works and you can get yourself nice and strong and be healthy. Till next time, all the best.